Alright guys, for the first round, my opponent's first Pokemon is going to be an Alolan Raichu. So that is going to be a very good start because Alolan Raichu being an electric and psychic type Pokemon, and of course Snorlax having access to Lick being a ghost type fast move, will be doing super effective damage against psychic types. So my opponent does make a swap out into a Wigglytuff to actually counter my Snorlax. That is going to be a perfect time for my own Hypno to be coming out because Infusion plus Thunder Punch will do so much damage. Thunder Punch not only will be charging up very fast, but it is still going to be doing a good amount of damage against this Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff's Charm is going to be doing a good amount of damage against my Hypno as well. Only a few more confusions until that Wigglytuff does go down, but unfortunately with 1 HP left, that Wigglytuff is going to be able to actually feint my own Hypno. Raichu is going to be coming out, and that is going to be a perfect time for my Snorlax to come out once again. In those situations, I do suggest that you do wait for your opponent to make the swap out first, because then that will give you a very nice start, so then you can find a counter for whatever Pokemon that they do swap out into. So I do decide to throw in my final shield here. I do know that my opponent does have 1 shield left. We do get hit by a Psychic. I do know that it does give my Snorlax a defense debuff. It is only a certain percent that it will give you a defense debuff, but my Body Slam is once again charged up. From here, I do know that it will probably feint him if he does choose not to shield, but he does. And from here, I do decide to make a swap out into my Electrode and actually go for the farm down. Electrode having max HP, and also being pretty tanky enough to actually go for the farm down, it will be very great because we are actually able to charge up to the Thunder or Thunderbolt before my Electrode is actually going to be fainting, and my opponent's final Pokemon is going to be a Lapras. Lapras being a water and ice type Pokemon, this Thunderbolt is going to be doing a lot of super effective damage. Boom, that did way more than half health, and we are actually able to get a Volt Switch in there that is going to be a good amount of chip damage. And my final Pokemon is going to be a Snorlax. I did that 1 Body Slam will definitely be able to feint my opponent's Lapras, allowing us to win the first round. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, for the second round, my opponent's first Pokemon is going to be a Dewgong. Dewgong is a water and ice type Pokemon. I do know that he does have access to Icy Wind that I am going to have to watch out for, because Icy Wind being an ice type charge move, it is going to do neutral damage, but I do just have to worry about the attack debuff that it will be giving to my Snorlax. So we are able to get my opponent's first shield there. That is very good. Both of us are basically the same health, and I do decide not to throw in a shield here for this Icy Wind. I do know that Superpower is also going to be doing super effective damage, so I do actually have to make a play for that. I may actually go for the shield bait, because I do know that if I do throw in 1 Superpower, then that will definitely be able to get my opponent's final shield, and then from there I will be able to throw in the second Superpower that will definitely feint my opponent's Dewgong. So right here, since I do have the attack debuff, I do think that Body Slams are going to be the best choice, so then I will most likely do enough damage while also getting the most out of my own Snorlax's health. My Body Slam is charged up. We are able to get to the Excellence with 1 HP left. That Dewgong is also pretty low. And from here, I did decide to make a swap out into my Electrode. Because these Volt Switches are going to be doing super effective damage. And also, I do know that it does take 3 Volt Switches to actually get to my Thunderbolt. And that is going to be very good, because Thunderbolt is going to be doing a bunch of damage. Both of us do have 1 shield left. He does have the advantage right now because he is able to see my Pokemon, so then he is able to find a counter, as you guys saw there from that Snorlax. A Marowak is going to be coming out. I don't actually have to worry about this Marowak, although it does have access to ghost type charge moves. It does take a while for it to actually charge up. Thunder Punch is up and going. We're able to get to the Excellent that is going to be doing a good amount of damage. We are very close to getting my opponent's Alolan Marowak to half health, and from there I do know that a Shadow Bone, from the health of that my own Hypno is at, it will most likely feint us, but since we do have that final shield, we are able to block that. and get to another Thunder Punch that is going to be doing a good amount of damage, enough damage so then we will most likely faint my opponent's Marowak, or we will definitely be getting a shield out if he does want to preserve that Marowak. So we are able to get to another Confusion off before he does actually get to another Shadow Bone. That is still okay, because that is going to be very good for us anyways, because my Electrode will be able to go for the farm down on this Alolan Marowak, charge up to the Thunderbolts, so that I will be able to throw it in on that Wigglytuff. I do know that two Thunderbolts will definitely be able to faint my opponent's Wigglytuff, as you guys will see here. We're able to get to the Excellence. It is going to be doing way more than half damage, as you guys saw there. And the final Thunderbolt is going to be charging up, and I do know that this will be able to faint my opponent's Wigglytuff, allowing us to win the second round. Good game to my opponent. For the third round, this is going to be an even start because my opponent's first Pokemon is going to be a Scyther. Scyther being a bug and flying type Pokemon, both of us are going to be doing neutral damage against each other. Both my Lick and Body Slam are going to be doing neutral damage, while my superpower is going to be double resistant to fighting types, being not very effective against both bug types and flying types. My Body Slam is charged up, and from what I can see, I do know that my opponent's Scyther is going to be able to get to the charge moves first before my Snorlax does actually load up into either my superpower or to my Body Slam. And I do also see that my opponent's charge move is going to be Night Slash. He may actually have double charge moves, which will be Aerial Ace or X-Scissor or something like that. But we are able to get both of my opponent's shields, and I do decide to throw in both of my shields here as well. I do know that my Hypno will not be able to go up against the Scyther due to bug types being super effective against psychic types. And from there, he does also get the attack buff, which is very bad. So I do actually have to charge up to my Body Slam with my Snorlax. And I do know that we are able to, because I do decide to throw in all my shields, and we are basically halfway from getting to that Body Slam. We successfully do get to that Body Slam. Both of us do have 0 shields left. And the advantage that my opponent did actually give me is that he did give me the ability to see his next Pokemon, so then I will be able to find a counter against it. So as you guys see, Raichu is going to be coming out. I do know that both my Hypno and my Electrode are going to be doing non effective damage with both of their charge moves. Since my Snorlax was basically my only counter against this Alolan Raichu, it still is okay because both my Hypno and my Voltorb or Electrode are going to be strong enough to actually take down this Alolan Raichu. So we do get hit by a Thunder Punch, which is still okay. It did do a good amount of neutral damage. My Thunder Punch for my Hypno is almost charged up. I do know that it will do enough damage to actually faint my opponent's Alolan Raichu. Thunder Punch is charged up. Only a few more confusions until we get to another Thunder Punch, which we will be able to use against my opponent's final Pokemon, which is going to be a Vaporeon. So Vaporeon being a water type Pokemon, that is going to be very good because my final Pokemon is going to be Electrode, and Electrode having access to Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, both of which are going to be electric type moves. They will be doing super effective damage against water types, and as you guys see here, I do know that this Aqua Tail will not be able to face my Electrode from the health that I am actually at. My Thunderbolt is charged up for my Electrode, and I do know that this will definitely do enough damage to actually face my opponent's Vaporeon, allowing us to win the third round. Good game to my opponent. Alright guys, for the final round, my opponent's first Pokemon is going to be a Hypno. So this is going to be a very good start off the bat because Hypno being a psychic type Pokemon and my Snorlax of course having access to Lick, and Lick being a ghost type fast move. Ghost types will be doing super effective damage against psychic types. We are at first able to get my opponent's Hypno to at least or below half health, and because of that did give us the damage advantage. Thunder Punch is going to be going through. My Snorlax is at is at least half health, and from here we are able to get to another body slam. Lick is still doing a good amount of damage. I do know that this body slam will most likely faint my opponent's Hypno or get him low enough, so then I will be able to farm him down if he does choose not to throw in a shield, but he does, which is still okay because we are able to throw in my own shield as well. And I do know that we will most likely go for the farm down, or we are going to be throwing in the body slam, so then he wouldn't actually go for the farm down for a second Pokemon. So my Snorlax is able to farm him down, giving a huge boost for energy, and my opponent's second Pokemon is going to be a Dewgong. And with 1 HP left, we are able to charge up to that Superpower, and Superpower being a fighting type charge move, will be doing super effective damage against him. Boom, that did more than half health against that Dewgong, because Dewgong, once again being a water and ice type Pokemon, fighting types will be doing super effective damage against him. And if I do actually have to throw in my final shield here, I will, because the Thunderbolts and my Volt Switch from this Electrode is just so strong, it will most likely do at least half health for any Pokemon that it will be doing initial damage against each other. And as you guys know, Volt Switch or Icy Wind is going to give your opponent an attack debuff, so we did get an attack debuff on the Electrode, and from here all I have to do is just get to these Thunder Punches and throw in the Confusions, because Confusion and Thunder Punch will most likely do enough damage to actually faint him. But if he does throw in that one shield, then he will most likely survive, because this Thunder Punch will definitely do enough damage. As you guys will see here, he does choose not to throw in a shield, because I do think he knows that my Electrode does have his Thunderbolt charged up, and Thunderbolt will definitely be able to one-shot my opponent. So my Alolan Ninetales, or my opponent's Alolan Ninetales, is able to get to another charge move, and from here my own Hypno is able to charge up to another Thunder Punch. And as you guys see from my opponent's Alolan Ninetales health, he is going to have to throw in a Thunder Punch to actually survive this hit, but it still doesn't matter, because if my Electrode is going to come in, he does have his Thunderbolt charged up, and Thunderbolt will definitely do enough damage to actually faint my opponent's Alolan Ninetales, allowing us to win the final round. Good game to my opponent.